Oh, that shit is on?
This is fancy.
Let me drop some shit like this here.
Screen, the two screens, HD.
At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. Candlesticks in the dark. Visions of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at a nigga.
What's good, everybody? My mic is not on. Is it on? Yeah, it is. Touchdowns and Tangents. Live from the Good News radio station. Studio 2. In, what is this, Hawthorne or Lawndale? South Bay? Somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're officially in my hood.
We're off of Rosecrans.
We're officially in my hood. We're officially in my hood now. It's
But yeah, man.
You do not say Redondo Beach, and my high school is right down the street, and the only South Bay team to win a state title.
As always, this is your Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents for the culture. I'm joined as always by Kenny and the intern Serve.
Hey.
Did you just intro me?
Yeah, man.
I didn't even get to say my name. How
Whatever.
Dare you? How dare you?
Shout out to Keith Good News. Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to the whole Good News radio station for upgrading us, upgrading everybody. The Good News Sports is on. We are on. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get to the content. And you look like you have something you want to say. Sorry.
Kenneth Frank James Berry.
That's all you wanted to say? You just wanted to say your name?
My name is my name. Jesus.
All right, man.
It's called brand recognition. I'm supposed to say my name on the air.
So, man, my glasses are getting all sweaty. I don't know about this lighting.
Your face has a fupa. Your face has a fupa. That's why.
All right, man. So first up, the issue I wanted to talk about, because NBA free agency just happened this past couple weeks, and there's been a big gender gap between the guarantee money NBA players are getting and NFL players are getting.
Say gender gap?
Did I say gender gap?
Say gender gap. I was like, are you about to make a case for the WNBA? we already agreed. Pay the women.
Man, this is a new chair, okay? This lighting's hot.
Did he say he was an A-Mike?
He's at a sink right now.
I'm on a sink right now. The Clippers got Kawhi. I wasn't even expecting that.
Is my mic on or am I tripping?
He even surprised me. But yeah, I don't know.
Congratulations, Mr. A-Mike.
You know what happens when I'm too happy, I don't know what to do with myself.
Lies and just lies. Thanks, Jack.
But yeah, Gurley essentially said he blasted the NFL for the pay gap on the LefkoeShow with Bleacher Report. Lefke also did. He made this comparison. He said Tobias Harris makes as much as 2 Khalil Macks, and Khalil Mack was what, the highest paid defensive player or second highest paid defensive player last year
of all time, if I'm not mistaken.
And guess what OBJ's contract equates to in NBA money?
Chandler Parsons in his last year.
No, actually, Chandler Parsons makes worse. Ian Mahinmi, reserve center for the Washington Wizards. That's how much OBJ is making.
How much money is that?
Like the 15 to 17 million range.
Yeah, Chandler Parsons definitely makes more money than Odell Beckham Jr. per year.
So
that's a nasty contract.
And we talked a lot about this last week in terms of when we broke down CBA, NFL negotiations, about how players are going to want guaranteed contracts. And we put a poll up. Most people said that they'll get it, but I honestly don't think so. What do you make of the whole NBA pay gap, KB?
If you're really athletic and can play football, get it. Use it to where you can get a scholarship, but you should definitely be playing baseball the entire time. So my kid would be either playing soccer or baseball.
So what does the NFL do to close that gap?
Nothing, because they don't want to close that gap.
What do the NFL players do to close that gap? Like Todd Gurley.
Like literally, they just have to all collectively go on strike and somehow find a way through Jay-Z or whoever to just start your own league.
Yeah. And Gurley's exact quote was,
like, everybody would have to really do business together, and I don't think all the players want to do business together. And that's the issue.
And that's what we were talking about last week, about why they have one of the worst players associations
in the
entire professional sports.
Like, at least the women's soccer team, like, if they can negotiate for better, they would negotiate for better. They're kind of just stuck and screwed in a bad situation. The NFL Players Association had an actual chance to negotiate for better, and they shot themselves in both feet. So
yeah, Gurley's exact quote was, "I led the league in TDs the last 2 years. Somebody got 80 million in the NBA. That's in parentheses, and I couldn't even pronounce their name."
Facts. Like what's his face who went back to Europe is making more money than most people in the NBA, NFL.
Yeah, so, but it's ironic too because I shared this article with the rest of the sports group, but it's ironic now because basketball is becoming more and more year round that youth players are finding themselves in an injury epidemic in terms of their bodies are just breaking down from playing basketball too much. So it's like, here we are. We always talk about football and how dangerous it is, but now NBA is like.
But that's the thing with NBA, with basketball, you can rehab and come back. Or like Kawhi, messed up. He had a messed up injury, came back and won a championship for an entire country that never was gonna have a chance any other way.
Well, the thing is,
you look at Todd Gurley, he has an arthritic knee. Yeah,
which we'll get to later. But in terms of just the NBA and playing basketball in general, like every time you jump and dunk, you're coming down with I think they said 5 to 7 times the amount of force that you went up with. So every time you dunk, you're coming down with that, and that's just constant impact on your knees, your Achilles, your ankles, etc.
No one's tackling you though.
That's true, but you are
with
getting
football.
bumped.
You don't train to play football. You don't train football all year. You're
that's
pads
true.
all year.
Yeah, that's true.
When football's over, you're on track, or you're playing baseball,
or you're lifting weights,
or you're swimming,
or you're eating.
You're always eating. name a football player who's not eating, and he's not really a football player. He's still deciding.
The other big issue of the week, speaking of disgruntled running backs in LA football teams, Melvin Gordon said he is going to hold out if the Chargers don't pay him.
Pay me or trade me.
Pretty much. That's literally what he said.
It's not even a holdout. Just pay me or trade me.
He wants a deal in the realm of Gurley and Bell, which
is fair.
Really? You've switched your stance because you've basically said that.
I don't trust any Wisconsin running back ever, nor the state of Wisconsin.
Don't forget his injury history.
Nor the state of Wisconsin anytime it involves black people.
His injury history.
Did you not just what I said about Wisconsin and running
fumbles,
backs? Wisconsin
lack
and
of
running
speed.
back. Wisconsin and running backs. He ran
the fact that he always gets confused for Todd Gurley out of the bungalow.
He ran a 4.52. First off, we don't speak about the bungalow. We're not talking about the bungalow in this new station, okay? That's bad juju. We leave Santa Monica and Culver City, all right? You don't bring Santa Monica to Hawthorne. It's a safe. No, it's not a safe space or a safe place, but whatever.
And another player,
City, good neighbors though.
Another player who is also saying basically pay or trade me. Robbie Gould, kicker from the 49ers.
Can we just get team. Can I get like a thunderclap or something for him? Please. I'm gonna start hitting buttons. Okay?
I don't know what that is.
We're just gonna hit buttons. I don't care. That's more his speed. That's his speed. That's perfect for Robbie Gould. He's probably playing guitar in his house right now.
This sounds like those
Smashing Pumpkins.
This sounds like a corny K-Rock entry right here. I feel like I'm listening to Kevin and Bean right now.
This sounds like an NPR internship.
I'm listening to Kevin and Bean right now. K-Rock.
Why am I mad that I have both those initials? There we go. No, I still say the first one was more fitting of Robbie Gould.
I feel like Kanye with these like light up board.
Okay, Mexican Zaytoven, stop it.
Zaytoven.
Okay, Maytoven, can you stop?
Oh, okay.
I hyped him up too much. Okay, Mustard. Are you just Camarillo now? Are you like? Did you drop all your debt like formerly DJ Mustard? Now
yeah, and all these colors. I feel like an EDM producer.
All you need is some ecstasy and we're good. Some ecstasy and a glow ring. You're fine.
But yeah, man.
Speaking of Robbie Gould,
this 34-year-old kicker is basically saying he wants to be traded somewhere to the East Coast.
I only want to be in Chicago.
He didn't say he only wants to be in Chicago. He said he wants to be Chicago adjacent.
So
he wants to be closer to Chicago.
You know what?
where his family is.
This is why we need to play. We need to have more Chief Keef on this podcast because Robbie Gould is Sosa adjacent.
And the drill music.
He's Sosa adjacent.
I have a question. So, do kickers usually get paid that little?
Yeah.
So he's making about $5 million.
That's
because
elite for a kicker.
He's on a franchise tag, so basically the 49ers hold his rights for no other reason than that they had him the year before.
And it's the top 5, so you get paid the top 5 salary in your position group.
So basically he was supposed to be free, but the NFL has these franchise tags which prevent players who should get free from being free as long as they're paid guaranteed top 5 money.
So this
guy's like, yeah, the guarantee money is cool, but it's not enough, and B, I don't really want to be on the West Coast anymore.
Exactly.
So
they just traded me here, and I'm here. And it's like the thing is, do you really want a kicker on your team who doesn't want to play for you and kick for you? Kicking game-winning field goals for you?
Believe me, we all know kickers that are just there for the jersey.
Shout out to Mike Vanderjack, wherever you are.
But if I'm correct, when I was reading an article, and from what I'm guessing with the franchise tag, the Niners didn't want to let them go, or he asked
because
to
he's
get traded, and they're like, nah, we're not even
because he's still a really good player, especially at his position.
He's an elite kicker.
And honestly, you'd be surprised how hard it is to find kickers. Just ask the Chargers.
He's a Hall of Fame kicker.
But, okay, so if it's that hard to find a kicker, why would they pay them that little?
They have no choice for his position group. They have no choice but to pay him top 5 in a position group because kickers obviously aren't really that instrumental.
The reason why they're not instrumental is because even though they score, they only play like maybe 10 plays a game.
Right.
You just need them to kick off, punt. And
but
all those plays are significant. Like, don't get me wrong,
like,
they're
even
all
though
important.
they're not on, they don't have a lot of play time. You know what I mean? They're not
they're
on field
all important
majority of the game. Like unlike the other, players, I still think that's kind of fucked up that they only get.
No, trust me, they're just using their foot. It's like if you had a restaurant, right? You got the chef. And then the person washing dishes, you're not going to pay the chef and the person who's washing dishes the same, even though they'll probably be doing more than just being the chef and washing dishes. There's a level for everyone.
That's shitty.
And even though, washing dishes is insanely important, and I'd like to see any place function without that, there's ways around it.
I still have no nerves in my hands from washing dishes for a year.
I'm finally getting nerves back in my hands.
When I use lighter to light candles.
Wait, what?
I don't have much feeling in my middle finger and my index finger because I'm always putting out blunts and stuff.
Light a campfire. Yeah.
I don't have no feeling in my fingertips. I'm pretty sure I burnt off my.
I don't engage in such activities, miss.
Oh, excuse me.
Pete, brand new? Okay, cool. So we just gonna lie on the air? All right, cool.
All right, we dry stitching on air now. Okay,
like
you've been doing it since this podcast started. When have you not dry snitched, Pete?
All right, well, I'm not on trial here,
on Instagram.
So
you kind of are.
Anyways,
friend court.
Speaking of people, friend court.
Pretty much.
Speaking of people who are getting in trouble, the supplemental draft. I'll leave that to you since that somewhat falls into the college football adjacent spot.
I don't even care because nobody was worth talking about. But Jalen Thompson, he was a Washington State defensive back, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't he get kicked out or something for eligibility?
He left, kicked out. He wasn't going to play anywhere else.
And he signed with the Arizona Cardinals.
Got picked up.
Love 5'11" safeties.
Yeah.
Who are in the hybrid role.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Jefferson. They just let a lot of cats go. If we really go back and look at, I think 5 years ago, that Cardinals team, they had a Super Bowl defense.
You're talking about the year they went 9-7 and missed the playoffs by a game?
And who was their quarterback?
Your boy Carson.
Don't say my boy, first off.
You're literally Kenny of Troy, so...
Aside from that.
Okay. He's the best.
Pete Bruin.
He's the best quarterback in USC history, so you're not going to claim him?
I'm going to go Matt Leinart. Best pro? Carson Palmer. We talking about best pro or are we talking best USC?
I'm talking about a Heisman Trophy winner who won on a team that was sorry. And not a team that had 20 NFLs. draftees.
Okay, first off,
bro, you don't even believe Matt Leinart is the best quarterback in
why
USC
do you purposely
history.
say his name wrong?
Put Todd Marinovich on that team, and he probably wins the Super Bowl.
I think you need to be drug tested.
I don't know,
You just
man.
invoke